might be.
Boxster?
It's already rolling.
Oh.
This is like the start of the video. What is that, old Boxster? Yeah. Smoke.
Carrera.
Yeah, she looked. That's funny. Smoke, yeah.
Well, that was a quick intro to the video, me being a little distracted by some cars here. But so what we wanted to talk about today is how it's been owning a classic car, what my experience has been like owning a classic car, my first classic car. And so I wanted to talk about that, and we'll give you some details. I don't know if your car starts up like that, but this 1979 car does. Alright, so what has my experience been like owning this Datsun? So it's 1979, and I so far have zero problems. I know it's a Sunday driver, it's not a daily driver whatsoever. Low mileage, 73,000 miles. So having this car at such low miles at such an age that it's at right now is incredible. And it's a car that you don't see often around here, especially where we are now in New Jersey. Anytime I take this car out, it's turning heads and all that. People are always coming up to me and talking about the car, which is why I love this car. Another reason why I love having a classic car as well, because, you know, I'll drive around my Subaru. It's a cool car, yes. People come over to me occasionally, but this car, doesn't matter what age group, it's all nostalgia, what the cars everyone loves. It's a nostalgic car.
It's a piece of history.
Yeah, it's great. And then when I'm behind the wheel, complete different feel than any modern car. I have, you know, no power steering, just no ABS, no airbags, you know, no assistance whatsoever, and it's just a raw piece of enjoyment. Every time I get into the car, it's great. It's a great experience. So what you guys have seen in the last video, we did a full fluid flush on the car. Engine, transmission, differential. So that's all the maintenance I've done so far, and I don't have much left to do either. Coolant is still fresh in this car, and I just got to change some accessory belts, and that'll be it. I'm going to enjoy this car the way it is. I'm going to keep it classic and keeping it OEM as possible rather than modifying this car. Although I had some intrusive thoughts when I got this car. I thought, oh, maybe I want to lower it.
I'll put a picture on the screen of it lowered. It looks really cool.
I think we talked about that in another video.
We talked just about the new car scene being very bad in a separate video. I'll put that in the top corner. Very bad.
Prime example.
Not good.
Anyways,
prime.
Yeah.
I'll put a picture of the car, the Z photoshopped, pretty much slammed. Looks cool, of course. You see them on Instagram. But tell them, the snowball effect.
It's a snowball effect.
It's not too easy to lower the car.
Right. This car wasn't made for modifications, right? It was made from factory to be enjoyed how it is. And those aftermarket parts that are out there now, you have to do a lot of specific modifications that are not on the internet. You have to modify them yourselves and kind of custom make brackets and so forth. It's too much work, and I think I'm going to enjoy this car the way it is more than I would if it were modified. So especially from getting some more experience from other classics and other OEM cars that are just meant to be. So after looking at those, I think this is a prime example of a car that's meant to be. Some of the features that I absolutely adore about this car, and especially it being a 1979, it is really, really interesting. So just from here in the engine bay, you know, nothing crazy, nothing unique, just a 2.8 liter inline six. But what we have here, got a little light here. Maybe just a handy light for back then, but pretty neat if you ask me. Next up, we have the interior. Perfect dash, OEM dash, and there are zero cracks in this thing. All three pods, they all work. All the gauges work. We have power mirrors in my 1979. And funny enough, there's a higher option. You can see there's a dead button there. Higher option, higher model, you get dual power mirrors. And weirdly enough, this powers the driver's side. Makes no sense if you ask me.
Hey, I could see you in the mirror right here. It's actually pointing.
I could just turn that with my thumb. Meanwhile, it would make sense to have a power mirrored passenger side. But you know, 1979 technology. We have our cassette player in here, and of course a cassette tape as well, because why wouldn't you? Cigarette lighter, of course. Also another shock, non-smoker vehicle.
That's awesome.
You would definitely know. And this car, non-smoker. Looking at the rear of the vehicle, we have, you know, the rear hatch, and honestly, pretty good space. Just like the Z's today, we have a lot of compartments in here. Compartments on the side, and 2 more cubbies in there. 2 handles, they come up, like just like this. And we got cubbies, just like the Z's today. And then here, if you want to go golfing, strap in your golf bags, whatever you need, it'll strap it in. You can tighten it from underneath. And some nice, it's like a navy.
Is this original?
It's original.
Wow.
Yeah, original.
This carpet's very like thick. It's like a house carpet. It feels phenomenal.
Yeah.
You had that cheap stuff today.
Yeah. Like you feel this. I don't know how to describe that.
Soft touch.
Yeah.
Soft touch. Really good for the year. Back then in the day. Pretty advanced, I'd say.
So this concludes our video today. If you'd like to get more information on this car, we're going to be doing a lot more videos if you guys are interested. But this is my experience so far, and I hope you guys are interested to see more.